As you might know, I've been printing some wall art lately, and there's even more that you haven't seen yet coming soon as well. Make sure you're subscribed to see those videos as they go live. And currently my printer can't keep up with the backlog of ideas and projects that I still want to do, but that also made me order a second printer today to support my trusty P1S, to hopefully move things forward a little bit faster as well. I'm having fun designing and making things again, and I definitely want to keep that momentum going. Even though I try to make my prints as easy to use and print friendly as possible, if you're printing some of my artwork or going through the YouTube series that you can find on my page now under the courses, you might also encounter some difficulties printing grids and geometric shapes. Some variables are just hard to figure out and troubleshoot as well. Through my projects, I've done a lot of troubleshooting and gained some experience that I just want to share with you. This one issue, one that I have here, this tiny area on this part, what got me really frustrating and it made my head hurt. It's the issue of random and unexpected sloped surfaces with ugly textures on your prints. Now, I did a lot of tests and it kept occurring on random, and these are some of the things that I tried. I tried to decline the slopes in the model, still occurred. Rotated parts in the slicer, still occurred randomly. Scaled parts, it still occurred. Less walls, maybe it was shrinkage. More walls, maybe it was too thin. But steeper and less steep walls are being printed fine, so it didn't even matter because it still occurred randomly. Googling AI image search didn't provide an answer either. It was also too random to specifically search for. And with randomly, I mean randomly. Copper Vortex, I had this issue twice on a single face, a reprint of the part, and issue was gone. I even had someone trying this and having issues with the mini Vortex in the comments with the same issue, and he couldn't get it to print properly on the A1 Mini, while others, me included, had no issues at all. With the design that I'm trying to print, video coming soon, this design is less complex and it doesn't even have the steep walls like the Copper Vortex project. Yet I had this issue on almost every single part on different slopes and grids or even pieces per part. Even multiple slopes on some parts. Filament was new, dry, straight out of the packaging. I tried calibrating, but without any luck. So I went back to the default filament settings that worked fine before. I even had one part in between the testing that just printed fine, no issues at all. So I hoped it was magically fixed, as it just sometimes goes, but unfortunately, next part told me otherwise again. Now, I also had to start tracking what I was troubleshooting, so because I just couldn't remember all the combinations that I tried anymore. So to continue with the list of failed troubleshoots, adding support behind the walls didn't fix the issue. I checked all the fans to see if I had fan failures, cooling issues, they all worked fine. I changed the wall settings, inner, outer, and other versions as well. This one was a bit more interesting. Outer inner made the issue occur on the other side of that specific triangle on the grid. So same area, same part, just different wall. I changed the outer wall speed from 200 to 150%, the issue still occurred. Changed the print speed to 80% for the whole piece. Issue still occurred, just tiny bit less. And just by trial and error and crossing things off, this is the point where I think the issue is not with the model or the hardware, but more with cooling specific areas on the parts. My theory is that with the geometric shapes, the air gets blown into all of these grid shapes while printing, and it creates air currents or pockets that don't cool specific areas or single walls well enough. And it causes a few of the wall lines not to cool properly or fast enough to set. So after more and more troubleshooting, almost a full roll of silk plus PLA printed, I finally found a setting that worked for this silk plus filament and the geometric shapes. It provides a small increase of time in printing, and it fixed the issue for me so far. Because going 80% print speed or less for the full print massively increases your print time. I tried that on one part and 80% wasn't even enough to solve the issue. So what fixed it then? I set the outer wall and the inner wall printing speeds to half of their original settings. This means for the outer wall going from 200 to 100 millimeters per second, and the inner wall from 300 to 150 millimeters per second. Now, of course, 2 days later, when looking at new silk filament, I see the following disclaimer as well. Reduce outer wall speed to 50 millimeters per second for the best shine. Next to more shine, reducing the speed enough from the default settings or profiles might also fix your issues with some randomly occurring sloped surface textures. At least that's what I learned, and hopefully it helps some of you with this issue as well, as searching for the issue proved quite challenging and impossible for me. So if you recognize the issue on the thumbnail or in the video, I hope it fixes your issue as well. Or send this video to someone with this issue. And one funny thing as well, it's more specific or only visible on shiny finishes. On a matte or normal PLA print you can barely see it. Or you won't even notice it because it's just the surface of that outer wall. So that was it for this video. I'm printing the last part of this project behind me now. I'm so happy it's finally done. I'm not even going to reprint old parts that have some issues left. I hope this video helps someone and prevents some headaches. New video with the designers being printed is coming soon, as well as more fun stuff. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of my future content, and I hope to see you in the next one.